Hello and welcome to Is It Pure Gemini Wars. Now this is a 4X strategy game set in space, would you believe it, from Camel 101. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, so this is going to be like Sins of a Solar Empire, Endless Space, games like that. It's more akin to Sins of a Solar Empire, if I'm honest. It's got some nice features, however, and I just need to get this off my chest pretty early on, the camera is absolutely terrible. Like, this is the most crucial thing for a game of this type. You're in space, you know, a 3D box environment. You need to navigate around this box to view your planets, to view your fleets and things like that. But the camera is absolutely terrible. You'll see as I go through playing the game how bad the camera can actually be. Now, as far as the game goes with its features, it's quite simple. And I'd say it's kind of like a diamond in the rough. You know, I think this game, it could be pretty good. But obviously with the camera issue and some of the other little issues that I'll highlight as we go along, it is a bit irritating. So the idea is you build... First of all, you have to build a military station, which is that thing in the middle. You can see I'm trying to select that unit there. It's not allowing me to select the unit. That's another issue. So you build a military station. This gives you military population, so you can build more ships. You then build a research station, which is the thing which is building just below, which then gives you access to research. And the research is very simplistic. You know, you can build one research station at a planet. You get research points organically. You then spend on research. This allows you to get other stuff. The military station can build ships. And you can build a shipyard, which is there, which I was just kind of looking at. It's the thing above what I'm pointing at now. I don't have the research for it just yet. That allows you to build bigger ships so you can get destroyers. And there's quite a few different types of ships. As far as the resource gathering goes, I mean, beyond the scientific research points, which, you know, you just build a research station to get, you need crystal, which is the credits of the game, if you will. Now, you get this from the asteroid belts, so you need to build a mining facility, which is what I'm just about to build now, at the asteroid belts. There's some funky features as well. If you look down the bottom left corner the next time I select a ship, you can kind of see it there. So you've got a hull, shields, and hyperdrive. Now, the hull is obviously the hull integrity. The ship that goes down, the ship explodes. Shields, this vessel doesn't have shields. I think it's a construction ship. Shields go down and do not replenish. You need to have research, which makes them replenish. So that's like a nice little thing. You know, I quite like that. And the hyperdrive thing is how much energy is in the warp drive. So you can jump between, or the hyperdrive, jump between the different planets in the system. To jump to another system, although this map is only a one-system map, you need to build warp gates. I think they're called stargates, actually, on wormholes, which allow you to jump across. So, you know, it's kind of like standard stuff you would expect. You can build colonies on ships, on planets. So you build a colony ship, you fly over to a planet, you colonize a planet. The colony produces civilians, which you can use to build another colony ship to colonize another planet, but it also produces marines. Now you can use marines to attack other planets that have got colonies on from the enemy. And now that's like a nice little thing, because you turn up to attack a colony. I don't actually show you in the video, so you're just going to have to take my description as is. You turn up to a planet, you see their colony, you attack the colony, you reduce its shields, and if it's got any orbital bombardment weapons, you kind of destroy them. You then get the Marines to invade the colony, and then you take the colony over, and you get like a little like information window pops up telling you the enemy forces, your forces, and you can kind of almost see it in real time, although it's only just numbers going up and down. There's no animation to note, well, of note. So that's kind of where, you know, on the face of it, it's not too bad. I kind of want this game to be quite good, but the camera is so horrendously bad. So I keep zooming in and missing stuff, but that's not the half of it. I'll zoom out and I will be sort of stuck, and I can't zoom back in. Unit selection is terrible. When really, you know, these are like staple things. These need to work. You know, without this working, the game becomes very, very frustrating. And it's not like it's taken ages for me to get to this point, you know, or for these problems to arise. These problems were there in the tutorial, and I was like, okay, maybe it won't be as bad when I get into a game. Obviously, it's just going to be the same, ain't it? But, you know, I hoped within hope that it wouldn't. So, I think I did it then, actually. Let me just pay attention to the video, and I'll highlight it when it happens. So, what am I doing now? I'm jumping some ships over to attack the mining colony that the enemies settle. I've finished the research now for the shipyard, so I can put the shipyard down, which allows me to build bigger ships, destroyers, cruisers, battleships, instead of these assault frigates, because they're not very good. I mean, look at this. What? Okay. Maybe that's some sort of area where you can't select the ship because it's still being built. Seems a bit strange, but it happens anyway. When you try and select ships, it's like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And apparently that ship can't attack that station. But then it is only the lightest vessel, so I'll let it off. Reporting in. Target acknowledged. That's some of the enemy ships warping in. So, I mean, it does have a feel of, oh, it's happening now. See, I can't zoom back in. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's just zooming me out and out. You know, even though I'm using the scroll wheel to zoom in, it's like, what are you doing? So I have to keep clicking on the strategic map to, like, reset the camera all the time. And that is very, very irritating. Jumping into hyperspace. Reporting. Standing by. So I've got a shipyard now. I've got access to the research for the different hulls, so I can get the destroyer, which is that one. The next one is the cruiser. So I'll start researching the destroyer. I mean, look how fast the research goes. It's like, it's almost as if as soon as you get the research points, you click on a research thing, and within like 10 seconds, you've got the research. It's a bit fast. It's like there's no kind of like no achievement in that. It's like, okay, I've got the research points. That's it. Give me the ship. It's like. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to reinforce that little force I've got there to send it back to attack that mining platform. Because I can now build destroyers. So destroyers, as it said in the tutorial, they're like massively more powerful when compared to the frigates. Like massively more powerful. So I'm like, you know what, I'll get some destroyers and I go up there and I'll smash him. Because he's only got frigates. The camera's like all over the place. And this is with the sensitivity turned down as well. Which, by the way, the sensitivity options don't really seem to do much either. You see, my camera's broke again now. I can't actually zoom in. I can only zoom out. It's like, what the hell? So I have to use the bloody reset thing. It's so irritating. I suppose you could say, well, that's only a minor thing, Stylosa. Well, it's not for me. Because these games rely on a good camera, and that camera is not working right. Unit ready. So I've got a destroyer now, all is good. Although I kind of selected construction vessels in that, I believe. So I'm like, no, I don't want them. So I group these into a battle group, which is, you know, it's control 1, it's pretty standard. Control 2, control 3, control 4 for the different groups. And I'm going to start research on the cruiser, which is just a better destroyer. So, you know, it makes sense. Let's get the cruiser. So this is going to show you a bit of combat and what actually happens. Now, it is very similar to Sins of a Solar Empire, where the ships... Although, actually, this may have changed in... this might have changed in one of the latest patches, I'm not too sure. It definitely is in the Star Trek mod, where it's more dynamic content. Combat, even. Bloody hell, get your words out. Where the ships move around and attack each other. But that's the Star Trek mod. In the standard game, they just line up like this and shoot each other. And this is like... They're doing the same thing here, but it's just... That's not very dynamic. Would it really have been that difficult to make the ships kind of move around a bit instead of just sitting there shooting each other? But to be quite honest, that really wouldn't affect me all that much, because for me, this type of game, I enjoy the conquering of space, the building of your armed forces and things like that. But this game is not really allowing me to enjoy that because the camera is so funky. Unit ready. Shields are failing. Report enemy ship destroyed. Confirmed. Oh, and also there was a other couple of bugs with starting a skirmish game, which is what this is, because it does have a campaign as well. Standing by. Ship is ready to go. It would not start. It would start, but you had no resources, like 0. I'm like, what the hell? You had 0 of anything, and it's as if it was bugged. And so I'd restart it, and it'd do it again, I'd restart it, then it'd work. It was like little pissy bugs, sort of reminding me of Legends of Pegasus, which was absolutely horrendous. But this game's a lot better than Legends of Pegasus, but it's still got bugs and issues. And one thing I find quite strange is, why would you want people to review a game knowing that it's got issues with the camera, you know, and piddly issues that reviewers are going to pick up on? You know, and obviously I have, because it impacted on my gameplay. It's irritating. So I think, no, it's not. Sorry, I was going to say my camera's broke again. Then it looks like it fixed itself. So I'm trying to build another mining station, but they cost 4,000 crystal, and I don't have that, so no mining station for me. There we go, broke again. So what the hell is happening now? I'm like, I can't do back in, please. I don't know, guys. Like, I want to like this game because I do like this type of game, this genre, this 4X space strategy game. Sins of a Solar Empire, endless space, although endless space, less of a emphasis on the combat, more of the planetary management and all that stuff. Hopefully this will get fixed. These niggly issues will get fixed, and then that'll let me come back and check the game out again, maybe at another time, because these are games that I do play, and I just... oh, this is irritating.
Research started. Unit built.
So a cheeky bugger came to attack me. I don't know what that's about. As it turns out, the military station is quite powerful. Oh dear. I've also got a destroyer as well. So there you go, guys. This is Gemini Wars. It's available on Steam, and currently it's £14.39 in English money. I don't know about the conversions because my little Chrome mod I used to use for the prices is broke. Although there is Steam comparison websites which will tell you the price. But you'll know anyway, because whatever country you're in, you'll just look at Steam and you'll be like, okay, do I recommend this game? Is this game pure? No, it's not, but it's got the potential to be pure. I'd say check this out maybe in a sale. Don't come running straight for this straight away. Don't drop money on it, because these little pissy issues, they do my head in, and I can't, in all good faith, say, you know, pick this game up, guys. You could go and get Sins of a Solar Empire for the same price. You could get Trinity. I think that's the same price on Steam. Might even be cheaper. So that's my honest opinion, guys, and this has been Is It Pure Gemini Wars. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.